Okay. Well, that was the thing. That was an episode. Season 1, Episode 3 of Halo. Episode title, Emergence. Ooh, good stuff. Jump right into it. Let's go over what happened in this banger. Okay, absolute banger. Alright, so we go to the Blessed One. She's on her home planet as a baby, little kid, you know. The planet's called Oban. And she's a child slave to humans. Humanity's just full on evil now. Humanity's bad. Humanity's shit. The Covenant's right. All the humans we've seen in this show pretty much are assholes and pieces of shit. So, anyway, this dude, teenage-ish dude is reading Teenage It's Blessed One. Some story, and they go to smooch, but when they go to smooch, the humans see him, and they beat the fuck out of him. They shock her, which is when we saw her naked in the last episode. That explains the tismy stuff back there. So the Covenant drop down. The Covenant come with like this little thing. They're looking for artifacts and stuff, and they find her, and she is saved by the Covenant. They take her in. Boom, flashback is over. And now she is talking to the prophets, and she says she's going to go find the Keystone disguised as a normal human, where the Keystone is what they're calling the artifact now. And she says they'll bring them also the demon's head. I have a hard time buying that. And then, boom, dumbass intro. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of speed through this episode because I don't even know what the fuck's going on in this show anymore. But I'm gonna attempt to make this make sense for me, you, and just try to have some fun along the way. After stupid intro, we go back to Reach. Ray swap Miranda Keys, examining a hologram of the Keystone, the artifact. Admiral Parangosky says to Ray swap Miranda Keys, she's gonna run a parallel team from Halsey to examine the artifact. Halsey won't like that. No. So Halsey talks to her clone, which looks like a white Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, wow!
Says she's after her brain because the Cortana system is viable. Joining Cortana and John is the only way out of the trouble he's in, she says, which is kind of fucked up. Like, you get in trouble after decades of great military service. You know, you get in trouble and they're like, you gotta be a guinea pig in this, experimental process. Whoa. How about a little slap on the hand, huh? How about a little reprimand? You don't have to put a fucking AI in my brain, okay? How about just a little dick slap, okay? Send him to the brig for a week, make him eat shitty chow, make him clean the toilets, okay? He doesn't need to be a part of an experimental process. That's kind of rough. That'd be like if Captain America, broke the rules, went AWOL, which he did, and you fucking cut off his leg. Seems a bit much. However, Halsey sucks out. So Halsey puts them both on the table. They hook them up to these thingies, and Halsey sucks out her clone's brain brutally as fuck. Sticks a needle. She makes her stay awake for it, which I can kind of get. Maybe you could say, oh, the brain needs to be functioning. Okay, but even when you're sleeping, your brain's functioning. But needle in the eye, fully awake, gave her a paralytic poison, and just sucks her fucking brain out. All the info in her brain, sucks it out. Brutally murdering this clone of a woman. So, and here's what I didn't like. So, at first, I thought, okay, they put, because the little chip after they extracted the brain, which is Cortana, it came out, looked kind of like similar to the game, and I was like, okay, they're going to do, like, put it in his helmet and everything. No. They inject an AI into Master Chief's brain. Into his fucking brain. So no longer can he take Cortana out, stick her in a console, which she could do her work. No, she's just in his brain. And she can appear anywhere. She just apparates out of thin air now. No more holodecks, nothing like that. She just, poof, there's Cortana. She just pops up wherever she pleases. Because, oh my god, it's we'll get back to that, okay? Anyway, so they inject that shit in Chief's brain. Cortana's voice sounds great. Jen Taylor, fantastic. Cortana's voice sounds awesome. Appearance is fucking horrible. The appearance looks terrible. And, we kind of knew that coming in. I thought maybe they would change it. Maybe they would, pull a Sonic and change the appearance before they put it out, but no chance. Cortana looks like shit. Voice, however, fantastic. So Cortana says, her and Halsey are talking while Chief's still knocked out. Cortana says she can't fully integrate with Chief. That's her directive. And Halsey said, no, I put an on-off switch on you. I put training wheels on you. She did that on purpose. And then we swap back to Rubble, whatever, fucking the asteroid place with the fucking train cars. We're back to Quan. Okay. 10-minute segment that can be led up like this. Quan is trying to get back to Madrigal to lead freedom fighters against the Nazi leader. Boom. That's her storyline for the episode. Sure. We go back to the story that's somewhat interesting. Halsey asks John if he'd like to meet Cortana. He says no, which is kind of understandable because it's like, hey, you didn't tell me you were going to put a fucking AI in my brain. In my brain, you put an AI inside my brain. I thought maybe it'd be like a little wristband, or maybe, just maybe a phone, pull it out, talk to the AI. No. It's in my head, and I can't get rid of it. He has a right to be a little pissed off. Just a little bit. Halsey explains Cortana can just apparate out of anywhere because she has a hollow particle exciter. No fucking clue what that means. I'm sure it makes sense. But I think it's kind of dumb. I don't like the fact that Cortana can just poof out of concrete. There's Cortana. It just doesn't make sense to me. She's a projection of something. She was always on hollow pads, or even like she could appear on, I think it was Halo 4 where she appeared on the bridge, the energy bridge, but that's still energy. I could buy that, but her just coming out of the floor? Okay, why not? So Cortana fucking buggers off, and Chief says he doesn't like this. Again, understandable. I'd be a little peeved, man. I'd be a little peeved at Halsey right now, but he trusts Mama Halsey, which, kind of like the games, he trusts anything she does. Alright. And then we go, it's this random UNSC security ship going along into space. It's hailed by a Covenant ship, and the Blessed One's on there, and she acts like she's in distress. Says there's no aliens, they abandoned ship, blah, 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 when the engines went cold. And cut back to Reach. The editing in this show was fucking so bad. But they cut back to Reach, and John interacts with the artifact under the supervision of Halsey. He has another flashback. Cortana puts him in stasis, like basically trying to, takes over his body, and the artifact stops working. She takes him out of stasis, and the artifact starts working again. So clearly it only interacts when John is John. Which, I'm just going to call him John now, because everybody fucking calls him John. Nobody really calls him Chief. The UNSC, and we go back to the fucking security ship, because why would you have that as one scene when you could just cut So the UNSC sends a pod to go grab her from the Covenant ship, and the ship commander, with no shit, he has a Sig Sauer pistol. Not a Magnum. They have the BRs. Clearly, they know what weapons are supposed to be in this universe, but no, this dude had a Sig Sauer, and he searches her and says, welcome, and then evil wormies come out through the wall. No, not fucking playing. Evil wormies come out through the wall and just schwack everyone. And then the Blessed One, apparently, is invulnerable to decent aim, because these fucking UNSC Marines turn into fucking stormtroopers on just a click of a button. They can't put one bullet in her. Not one hits her. But I digress. So the wormies wipe out the whole ship, and she kills the captain with, I fuck with you not, an energy sword finger. An energy sword, little mini energy sword, comes out of her fingy. Now, in practical use, that makes so much sense. You could cut bread with it, and it's already toasted. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's kind of like a lightsaber, right? I would love to have one of those. It looked like there could have been something under her nail, like that, but it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Energy sword finger, stupid. Don't do it again, please God. But now that it's in the show, it has to come back around. I need it to come back. I want her like a Jedi, blocking fucking bullets with her energy sword finger. Back to Chief. He goes back, he briefs Silver Team, his fire team. He's back, he's cleared to return to duty, and then he's like, alright, carry on. And Cortana pops up, she's like, hello, I'm Cortana, I'll be working with you. And he gets pissed. He's like, go away, what the fuck are you doing here? And he's trying to do all these like official commands, AI off, disappear. And she clearly doesn't respond to Chief's commands like he thought she was going to, because he thought he was going to be able to command the AI. No, Chief. She does what the fuck she wants. She lives in your fucking head, but she does what she wants. Oh god, yeah. Okay, Quan has a moment, and she wants to go back to her planet, but why? Alright, Chief is searching for a planet on a little click, and Cortana helps him, and he doesn't feel anything remembering a fallen comrade. He has no fifis for it. It sucks. And then we get Chief Cheeks. We get the Chief Cheeks. Episode 1, no helmet. Episode 2, no armor. Episode 3, no nothing. No nothing. We get Chiefy Cheeks. Now, he is trying to take out this pellet that suppresses his emotions. Fair enough, right? So Cortana tells Halsey, hey, this is happening, it's a violation of blah, blah, blah. Halsey says, you need to help him, he needs to see you as an accomplice, not a spy. So Cortana guides him through the process. And all it takes for a Spartan to get their pellet, their emotions, the pellet that suppresses their fifis out of them, is you just make a small incision in the back and pop it out. You just pop it out. You just pop it out. It's like a really deep splinter. You just pop it out. I feel like something that advanced in technology would take like real serious surgery. That's just kind of my view on it. Wow. Just popped it out. So butt naked Chief pops out his little Fifi pill, and it does just look like a pill. He goes on this little adventure, and he feels nice things in his tum-tum. He listens to music, says hello to a doggo. Good for him. And then he runs to go touch the artifact again because his fifis aren't suppressed, and he realizes, oh my god, when I was a child, I drew an artifact. And there's another one on this planet. I buried it as a child because his dad was a fucking asshole. So he's like, okay, cool. So, he without his Fifi pill, he looks up the planet and he asks, what about my parents? So Cortana's like, oh, basically they're fucking ripperitoed. They're dead. And John feels things. She says, oh my god, Chief, I'm sorry. He has fifis now. Chief has fifis. Alright, so John gets all suited up, and he's going to look at... I cannot pronounce this fucking planet name. I'm just going to call it Irridiculous 2, okay? It's like Iridiris or some shit, but it's ridiculous. So, Irridiculous 2. And Halsey's like, I'll go with you. Cool. Oh my god, Soren agrees to take Quan to Madrigal. Woo! Race Swap Jacob informs Race Swap Miranda Keys, that Halsey will be gone, and she needs to, hide your critical data and use your time wisely. Ooh, we got some motherfucking espionage. This show is dumb as shit. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from here? Cortana is implanted in Chief's brain. She's not a chip he can pull out. I would have found it way more interesting if he knew when he's in the ship, there's an AI watching him at all times because she is a part of the ship. And when he's searching on the thing on the computer, instead of talking to him like fucking Venom, she just pops up on the computer. It's like, hey, Chief. He's like, go away. And she's like, I can help you with this. He's like, ah. And she's trying to be friendly with him, but he is rejecting her. Now, he can't reject her. She's in his fucking brain. It is absolutely ridiculous. And other than that, I was so bored with this episode. No more Chief Fifis. I want Chief shoot. Like, make him shoot shit. Please, God, make him shoot shit. But, I mean, yeah, we have taken a left turn from lore and established canon and just drove off a fucking cliff. And I don't think I believe the showrunners fully now when they were like, yeah, we didn't play the games. We said, fuck it. I believe you guys. I believe y'all. I do. I really believe. You are not lying. I believe you. Holy shit. A few things, at least Cortana calls him the Master Chief or Chief. Sometimes. At least, because nobody else fucking calls him that. Everybody calls him John. Okay, we got Jen Taylor's voice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get one. You get a gold star. Good for you. And my final, and most sexy thought. We got Chiefy Cheeks. Therefore, episode 9 out of 10, we got Chiefy Cheeks. Did we need it? No. Did we want it? No. But we got it. So 10 out of 10, Chiefy Cheeks would peep again. Chief was caked up. Fuck it. Next episode, it's got to be a skeleton, right? Like, or is maybe no skin at all? Just straight muscle? You gotta keep upping the stakes. No helmet, no armor, no clothes, no skin next. And then we go skeleton, and then we look inside his cells. Ooh, we're running out of fucking layers. Anyway, this shit is ass. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did not, thank you for hanging out so long and listening. And I will talk to y'all later.